So this is the setup I'm selling. I kind of hate to sell it because it's a lot of fun to use. They work pretty good and they're a lot of fun. It's just that anymore I wind up just using my smaller MIDI controllers instead of bringing this big setup in. I love it. I love how it looks. I just don't wind up using it in a practical sense. So I'm looking to sell it and give it to somebody, or sell it to somebody who can have more fun with it than I have and put it to more practical use. So what's included is these two Stanton SES.1D decks. They're MIDI controllers similar to the Numark V7, but they have a 10-inch platter rather than a 7-inch. So it's kind of in between a real record player size and the V7s. It's at the 10-inch mark. So there's two of those, and there's this Behringer Knox 303 mixing board, which actually is pretty good. I know it's not the most expensive by any means. It's kind of on the lesser expensive as far as mixers go, but it works great for me. The headphone channel is really nice and clear. The mic channel is clear on it. All these EQs are full kills, and I can show you that in a minute here. It has a little effects panel on there that's separate from the software. So this is a purely hardware kind of mixing board. So this is built in. So if you hook up a separate like CD player or just a regular record player that isn't software at all, these effects will still work. So that's kind of cool. It also included also with this is a Native Instruments Audio 6 interface. It's kind of down underneath here. You can see the light coming off from it, but you can't see it, but it's there. The laptop is not included. It just hooked up for demonstration purposes. The case, however, is. I built this case, so I don't know, it's a pretty good case. It has the latches on here and everything. I wanted to make sure it was a good case. And it has the release hooks on the back. That's the lid. So what else can I tell you? Two little quirks on it is sometimes, I think it's this one right here, that if you have it out in the cold for a while, so it's cold when you start it up, it'll run just a hair slower than the other deck. So, if you hook it up, if it's been in a cold room or in the basement or someplace where it's really cold for a while and you haven't used it, it's not a bad idea to just plug everything in and just let it run for like 10 minutes and just let the wheel spin for about 10 minutes. And once it warms up, it's fine. And that's kind of true for a lot of turntables, I guess. So that's just the way it is. Anyway, these are actually fairly new in condition in the sense that while I haven't made them for a long time, I bought them new out of the box and I haven't used them all that much. I have taken to a couple of gigs. I've had them for a couple of years now, I think. And I've taken to them a couple of gigs, but I haven't really put that much use on them. So they're in fairly new condition. However, one of the big things with these decks is these little scribble scripts things, these LCD or LED displays, whatever they are anyway, go out. In fact, just about all of these units that are out there have a couple of these that are out, as you can see. And that's the same situation here. It just the display tends to go out, but everything functionally works just fine. It's just the LED displays, and there's like this blue light that's out behind this one. If I had light on this, you could see the actual display of saying number 2. That's deck number 2. You could see it just like you can over here on this one, but you just don't have the backlit. But functionally, all the buttons work, the tables work just fine, and they're in really good condition. They're clean. They're not marked up. And what else can I tell you? Well, I'll just do a quick demo. Let's see here. Let's actually take this back to the start. I want to show you that they're pretty accurate. These tables have 4,000 points of accuracy, I'm told. So they're really accurate tables. You can see as you hold the vinyl, the platter is still spinning just like a real record player. And yeah. So we'll start here. We'll go 5 times around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it doesn't lose its place. Also, I'll show you, the pitch control works. It has a little centering LED. I have some effects programmed in here. And you can program these for whatever you want. And also I'll show you the full kills. Completely kills the music. And you have these little switches down here that are momentary kills. If you push them up, kills the frequency band. And I'll show you the other one, just so you can see it works.
Up with it, up with it, girl. Rock with it, girl. See how them it, girl.
2,
Bang, bang.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Up with it, girl. Up with it, girl. Rock with it, girl. Bang, bang. Bounce with it, bounce with it, bounce with it, girl.
Full kills on this channel. Can't think of what else to, oh, okay, cue points.
Up with it, up with them it, girl.
Pitch. That's just extreme on the pitch, but anyway, hopefully that gives you a good idea that everything's works good. It's just those couple of quirks with the the little screens on here, and that sometimes you need a warm-up time on that if it's been in the cold. But other than that, it works great, and there you go. If you have any other questions for me, let me know, and I will try to respond. I can respond either by writing or doing another demo if you need a demo of some particular thing. So there you go.